to talk a little bit about horror movies and the genre of horror. You've been playing Laurie for so long now. You've been able to see her through so many iterations.
You know, I've been making the case for horror movies for 44 years, and I'm a woman who abhors them. Anybody who knows me says, oh, Jamie, we watched the new Minions movie. You can't see it. And I'll say, why? They said, yeah, you can't see it because it's too scary. I'm that person. And so I think somehow I ended up in a genre that tapped into that without anybody knowing that. And I really can't intellectualize it. The best description of it I can give you is what Michael Moses, who's the head of marketing at Universal, wrote. Horror lets us confront what we can't control.
I wanted to talk to you both about your conception of what women filmmakers have or the gaze that they bring, and when you tried to make a movie, what making a women's picture, what that meant to you.
I do think that the experience of living in the world as a woman is different than the experience of living in the world as a man. In some ways, some of the things that we need to articulate, we aren't allowed to, or we don't feel entitled to, or we never were taught to articulate them directly to each other. And so we've come up with, I think without even knowing it, other ways of communicating. I was just talking to a girlfriend of mine on the way here because of something I'm writing, about the ways that women emulate each other out of admiration and love. We were remembering how when we were young, we both loved Cyndi Lauper and Madonna, and we had bracelets. And now I got the gold version, but at the time I had the rubber bracelets, and Madonna was wearing them, and so I covered my arms in them like she did. And so that's like a subtle, non-verbal, and it continues all the time, but there hasn't always been a language for it. And so the way that women make movies and the way that we articulate things is different. It is different if we're honest with ourselves.
I can't really speak to it because, women in film have never been into me. I don't feel like I'm
into you.
I know you are, but you love me because you know me, and they don't know me. And I think that they judged me for a long time, and I was in horror movies, and then I was the naked girl in comedies, and I, am the girl in the meme with John Travolta, wagging my tuchus.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. Oh, dude. I mean, it's like at this point. So what's interesting is that I made a movie predominantly with men, the Halloween trilogy. And I came back from the 2018 Halloween, David Gordon Green, super inventive, fun director. I'd been doing commercials for yogurt that makes you shit for 7 years to take care of my family, and I had lost my mojo. And my switch got flipped, and I was like, wow, this is so fun. And I came home, and I've had an idea in my head since I was 19 years old about an eco-horror film. And I wrote a screenplay. And what happened is, it's a movie called Mother Nature. And I took it as far as I could, and I had it's groovy, and I hope to make it next year.
When you say you hope to make it next year, are you going to direct?
If the universe allows me to, absolutely.
If you could sort of expand maybe on something that you feel you've learned from the other.
So I don't know if you guys got to see Penelope. Penelope was the movie that Maggie made during COVID. I cleaned out my closet and made my books color-coded. I remember when you sent me that, and I saw it, and I thought, okay, let's go. Let's go. No time to waste. It really was an example of no time to waste. And it actually has given me confidence that there's some stuff I need to do before I die. And you manifested it in that movie.
Well, first of all, in our house, we can say Jamie's entire canon by heart of all the books that she's written. Particularly, is it really a human race? Are we racing right now all over the place? Do we race in a storm? Do we race in a twister? Am I racing my friends? Am I racing my sister? Yeah. I mean, it's really like beautiful work.
At the end of the Human Race book, there's a question about, are we really going to crash? And this is what the mommy then says to the child in response. Sometimes it's better not to go fast. They're beautiful things to be seen when you're last. So take what's inside you and make big, bold choices. And for those who can't speak for themselves, use bold voices and make friends and love well and bring art to this place and make the world better for the whole human race. God bless you all.